Hey guys, welcome back to the Stacking with Stack podcast. Today, I got a special episode for you guys. My brother JT Funk is coming in the building today. He's going to be talking about an entrepreneur interview, what he does, and his niche. It's going to be a fire-ass entrepreneur interview today. I need you guys to buckle up and get ready. Welcome to the Stacking with Stack podcast. Let's go.
I came here for the rain. For the rain, for the rain, for the rain, for the rain. I only came here for the rain. For the rain, 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 rain. For the rain, for the rain, 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 rain. For the rain, let it rain, 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 rain. For the money, let it rain, 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 rain. Yeah. Woo! Who let you ready? Bring on me a glitz, glitz. I need rain like Russ. Like Russell was a hustle. Shit, pass. Like Love and Talk. Like Will. I see a hell of fun. We can take no loss. Like Lorenzo, we ball. Top off the Benzo, Oolong. Pull up in the applause.
Yeah, today I told you guys, we got a special entrepreneur interview today. My brother JT's about to pull up, but I need you guys to get ready, right? And understand what's going on today. Like, it's about to be an epic interview, right? But I need you guys to buckle up and get ready, because JT just walked in. My brother's about to turn this shit up. And that's what it's about, turning up, coming from some hard shit. Yo, JT, I appreciate you for coming on the podcast, bro. Over to you, man. Can you introduce yourself and tell the people who you are and what you do, man? Welcome to the podcast. It's on you, bro.
Listen, what it is, what it do, what it is, what it do. It's your boy JT Funk. Shout out to my guy Stack with the motherfucking pack. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, brother. It's been a long time coming, man. We've been supposed to do this, but you know what? I'm finally here in the place to be. I'm fucking happy, man. Let's get it. Let's go. But yes, I am JT Funk. I am a professional wrestler. That's right, professional wrestler. Most of y'all grew up watching the WWF, WWE, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Hulk Hogan, Triple H. You know, the list go on and on and on. So when you think about WWF, you think about those guys. And yes, I grew up watching it just like you. But I'm probably the only one that had the courage to actually do this shit, right? So I've been doing this for about 9 years now, traveling all over the world. And, you know, doing professional wrestling has granted me so many cool experiences, so many cool opportunities. You know, I've been able to go to schools. I've been able to go to prisons and talk to people. I've been able to do movies. You know what I'm saying? It's been so... Yes, absolutely. Yes, man. Yeah, it's granted me a lot of opportunities. And, you know, and I don't think I would have gotten the opportunities doing anything else. So, you know, whenever somebody asks me what am I say I'm a professional wrestler. And then as they get to know me, they'll know I'm more than just a professional wrestler. But professional wrestling is a hook. Because how many people are you going to meet on this planet that's a professional wrestler? Slim to none.
Exactly. And that dives me into the first question, JT, about this, bro. What made you want to get into this and say, yo, this is something I want to do. I'm not letting off the gas. This is my shit. What made you, what clicked? You know what I mean? And said, yo, this is it.
Well, to be honest, man, like I mentioned earlier, man, everybody in the neighborhood in the inner city grew up watching WWF. You know what I'm saying? We all imitated it. We all had dreams of, oh, yeah, I'm going to be a wrestler one day. But, you know, everybody grow out of wrestling eventually, right? And I was the only person that never grew out of it. I still played the video games in my teenage years. You know what I mean? I still watch it. Meanwhile, everybody grew out of wrestling. And it was just something that I never really grew out of. And then I went to a live event, man, one time for the first time. And I absolutely loved it, man. I said, wow, this shit is so cool because it's different to actually experience it live. You see the ring, you see the whole setup. It blew my mind. And at that moment, I probably was about maybe 11 or 12. And then that's when I said, yo, I really want to do this shit. And it wasn't until, you know, I dropped out of college and when I really started to pursue it, man. But I didn't know there was a wrestling school. I didn't know about that. I didn't know indie wrestling existed. You know, for those who don't know what indie wrestling is, that's just like, you know, I would equate it to college level wrestling, but it's on the indies where you can wrestle anywhere. That's what I'm doing now, indie wrestling, right? It's like a minor league pro wrestling, but yeah, so I never knew indie wrestling. It's just more like local wrestling, you know, in your neighborhood or anybody in the area. in the small promotions, and I didn't know that existed. But anyway, it was a year after I dropped out of college, and I seen like a flyer promoting a local wrestling school, and I'm like, wrestling school to train to be a pro wrestler? I jumped on it immediately, man. I contacted the trainer, and the rest was history, man. 9 years later, here we are. So yeah, I just never got out of it.
Told y'all I got JT in the building. He's gonna come in this shit and splash it up. He's gonna come in with the energy. I told y'all I had a special entrepreneur interview. So my next question for you, JT, is what does collaboration mean to you? Because I know you say you're in the pro, you're wrestling, you're doing your thing. What does collaboration mean to you in your field, in your niche, and what you're doing today, in your field? Let's go.
Collaboration, man. I think that's essential, man. Especially, collaborating with other wrestlers is always cool, right? But I think when you're collaborating with people outside of your profession, man, it only enhances your brand. It only helps. You know what I'm saying? And I think collaboration is a big thing to me, man. I really love collaborating, man. I really, really do. Especially if it benefits both parties, and normally it does. It means a lot to me. It actually helped me a lot. In my wrestling career, even outside of wrestling, man, it just helped me collaborate when I'm going to schools and stuff, and we do shows at the schools, and in turn we raise money for the schools, and it's just so many great things that come with collaboration. So I wouldn't really be where I'm at today without collaboration. Whether it's being and a lot of times it doesn't always work. Yeah, it doesn't always work with just pay. Sometimes it works with other things, so it all has to make sense. But yeah, collaboration means a whole lot to me, man.
I told y'all, JT, collaboration means everything to me too, JT, because if it wasn't for collaboration, I wouldn't be getting to half the levels. If it was not for collaboration. So my next question for you, JT, is what do you tell someone that's trying to do something just like you? They want to be a wrestler. They're trying to do what you do and follow your footsteps. What do you have to tell those that are inspired to be just like you? Over to you, bro. Let's go.
Well, I think just like any other profession, man, with pro wrestling specifically, it has to be passion, right? It has to be something that you love, something that you loved as a kid, as a fan. It has to be something you're passionate about. Because to be honest, it's not a lot of money on the indies, man. It's really not, But you have to market yourself differently. And the reason why I stand out is because I'm doing things everything differently. I'm not marketing myself as a pro wrestler in terms of how most pro wrestlers market themselves. I'm doing everything completely different, and I'm in demographics that's outside of wrestling, because like I mentioned earlier, it's that hook. When you meet people outside your profession and you tell them you're a professional wrestler, they like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But then as we talk more, it's things that they'll know, like, oh shit, yeah, I want to collab with this guy. So just definitely the passion part of it. You have to be passionate because, like I mentioned, it's not a lot of money, man. I can remember my first 3 years, man. My first 2 years, man, I wasn't making shit. I was making maybe about $15, and I had to drive 4 or 5 hours. And I couldn't tell my mom, I couldn't tell my family because they would probably make me feel bad. They would probably want me to quit, and they probably would ask me, "Why are you driving 5 hours for $15?" But it wasn't about the money; it was about the craft and the passion. And I knew if I did it long enough and I continue, I knew I would be worth more or worth what I wanted. But again, you have to get those. Yes, absolutely. So definitely, passion, right? So it has to be something that you're passionate about, number one. And number two, you know what I'm saying? I just think that you just have to be persistent and consistent. Those two things, if you're passionate and you're consistent enough, I promise you it'll work out for sure. That's what I got.
I told you, look, JT's in the building. I told you I had a special entrepreneur interview for you guys. Now, my next question for you, JT, is this one's real important. This one means a lot. So how do you manage risk as a wrestler? Because, like you said, it's not a lot of money in the indies. It's not like, how do you manage that, though? I know you're saying don't give up, be consistent. But how do you manage the risk as an entrepreneur in the indie field as a wrestler? And I want you to dive in with this, man, because a lot of people want to know, how do you manage risk as an entrepreneur or as someone in that field? Let's go.
So I think, right, it's like, you have to do, like I mentioned earlier, you have to do things completely different. And I think, the more I look at the entertainment business, there are thousands of rappers, there are thousands of wrestlers, there are thousands of college athletes and football players and whatever demographic and whatever, space you're in, like, it's a lot of you, right? So for one, what can you do to stand out to make people say, yo, I want to collab with this person, I want to hang around this person? And I think when we talk about the collaboration part, I think that's very important to the grind and building an entrepreneur, because the more, whatever you do, right, you have to get people in front of you. You have to get eyes on you. So if nobody know you exist, and you can have the greatest platform, you can have the greatest brand, you can have a lot of that cool shit. We see it all the time. And that's why those people, only the 1% or maybe the 10% make it, because people don't want to go that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? People just settle, kind of with, what our guy Nick is doing. He's doing a room on Clubhouse about that, right? And I just think that, with entrepreneur, man, you just have to get more people to know you exist, get more eyeballs on you. And I think the more eyeballs you get on you, the better you'll be. But the collaboration part is important, because you have to reach those outside of your demographic and outside of your profession, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely more eyeballs. And I think in any profession, entrepreneur, you have to get more people to see and know you exist.
Come on, JT. I appreciate you, my brother. Can you please tell my audience on iHeartRadio, Spotify, everywhere, where to find you at, man? Where can they find your Instagram, your website, what you're doing? Where can they locate you at, man? It's on you. Let's go. Tap in.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, I'm relatively simple. All my social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all you do is type up JT Funk. It'll pop right up. That's it. JT Funk. Instagram, Twitter is the JT Funk, but if you can't find me, just type JT space FUNK Funk, and you'll find me immediately on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, anything. So yeah, but definitely hit me up, shoot me a message if you need any advice, any help, and if you need me to promote your stuff, I'll do it. It's no problem. I don't charge to promote people. I want us to all win. You know what I'm saying? But all I ask is, if you want me to share your stuff, share mine. Let's collaborate, baby. I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, absolutely. Hit you up. Let's go.
Look, I told you I had a special guest in here. JT done came in here and knocked this whole shit over. And if you guys are looking to be a guest on the podcast and come on just like JT did, please listen to the commercial and definitely.
If you want to become a guest on the Stackpack Podcast show, visit stackpackpodcast.com and check out the new episodes that are available online, and also schedule your day to come on the show at bookwithstack.com. Thank you for the endless support. Continue to watch Stackpack trailblaze with marketing, music production, and the media world.